Hi guys, it's me, Delicious Delights. Welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review on a fragrance that I recently acquired. It is from the wonderful house of Hermes and it's called L'Ambre des Merveilles. So I have just uploaded recently a video unboxing this. You can check it out. I will leave a link in the description if you guys want to see that. But yes, oh my gosh, look at this bottle. It is so, I don't know, it's so gorgeous, this bottle. So it has like this beautiful gold rim around here, this unusual round shape that has a flat two-sided bottom and a flat back, and it just fits in my hand really nicely, especially when I spray it. It doesn't come with a cap, it just comes like this. And yeah, there's some stars in the background which shine through to the front. I don't know, oh there you go. And it's just very cool, like very whimsical and magical. And that's exactly what I think this fragrance is. Very whimsical, magical, sparkly, unique, beautiful, and it smells fantastic. So before I get into the review of this fragrance, I just want to mention a little bit about the House of Hermes in general. I think that the House of Hermes is probably coming to be my favorite designer house. Yes, I think so. And the main reason is because it feels like the big houses, designer houses, it just feels like they are constantly pushing out product to consumers, just pushing out as many perfumes as they possibly can. The perfumes don't really smell like that they've been, they just don't smell interesting. A lot of them have this signature lady musk note that is something that I mention at least 10 times on my channel per week. And it just feels like they're just, like I said, just pushing out as much as they can. It doesn't matter what they smell like. Just spend a lot of money on marketing and like get a pretty face to represent your perfume, and you know, people will buy it. And I get why they're doing that. I mean, it's all about money. They want to make as much money as possible. So let's say, for example, Chanel. I think that Gabrielle, their latest women's release, is very meh. You know, it's just, I think that for such a house that has such a good reputation, I just think Gabrielle is just terrible compared to a lot of their other fragrances. So that's their latest. And then with Dior, there's Dior Joy, which honestly, I spoke about it very briefly on my channel when I did my vlog with my mom as a first impressions. It honestly smells like a drugstore, like $2.99 body mist that you can buy. It's just awful. And then there's Dolce and Gabbana. They just released the only one. Dolce and Gabbana, the one fragrance line, I actually really did enjoy up until they released this last one, the only one, which is a very generic, a fruity floral with a big huge like dose of lady musk that I don't like. Now if you like lady musk, then this is no problem. But it just killed the line for me, and I'm like, oh no, D&G also jumped the lady musk bandwagon. This is also happening on the men's side, by the way. It's not just women's designer fragrances. So another example, there's YSL with Mon Paris and all of the flankers that have this lady musk. And then there's Dior again with their Poison Girl flankers that have the same lady musk. I can just like talk about this all day. And then of course there's Giorgio Armani with their Armani Si Passion or Passion. It's just, to me, all very uninspiring, uninteresting, meh meh fragrances with beautiful packaging. Oh yeah, Guerlain did it too with Mon Guerlain Floral and Mon Guerlain Eau de Toilette. I think that's the worst flanker, I think, from memory. So it just feels like all of these awesome houses are just going downhill. But with Hermes, I don't think that they are following that trend. They are still on top of their game with their latest release, Tuiles d'Hermes, which is a fragrance that I haven't really talked about a lot on my channel. I do want to review it. I kind of actually want to have a bottle of it. I think it's a very beautiful, well done, great smelling gingery summer scent that I don't own any ginger fragrances in my collection, so I kind of want one, and I'm totally blabbing. I think you guys know where what I'm getting at. Hermes isn't falling off. They still have their high levels of standards, in my opinion, with releasing not as many fragrances, and what they do release is good stuff, you know. But the other houses, they just, you know, they don't care. They just release whatever, whenever, with not a lot of thought, I think. Well, of course they have thought into it, but just based on what they have released, their perfumes are very, I don't know, they just seem like they all smell the same, and it's getting really annoying and really difficult to review when everything basically smells the same. So let's get into this review finally. L'Ambre des Merveilles. I'll get it on my skin here. Oh, it is beautiful. Wow, okay. Oh yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this fragrance is very difficult to describe, but as a whole, on my skin, it is a very salty fragrance, a very salty fragrance. It's very spicy as well. There's this beautiful sweetness in here, probably vanilla. I don't know. But it's also tangy, it's also very sparkly and sparkling and bright, but at the same time there's some like heavy darkness in it, which is also something I get also in the Eau de Merveille Bleu, which is a fragrance that I fell in love with and I really want as well. And on top of all that I just mentioned, I do get like a woody smell in this fragrance. So this is called L'Ambre des Merveilles. I'm not sure what des Merveilles means, but l'ambre means amber. And when I smell this fragrance, apart from what I just mentioned, I definitely 100% smell a beautiful ambergris note in here. That is just like, feels like it's been blended with all of these other things that I just mentioned. And it is literally breathtaking, this fragrance. It really challenges my nose. Like, I'm like, when I smell this, I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I smelling here? It is so unique, different, challenging, intriguing, mysterious, very sexy, unusual at the same time, and it's just something that whenever I wear it, I just feel, I don't know what the word is, but I just feel like I feel great. If I can just say it candidly like that. I just feel like something. I'm not really sure how to explain that. But I put this on and I feel like energized or something like that. So as I said, a very unusual smelling fragrance, very unique. It is a skin scent. This fragrance does not like project big or anything or have a huge sillage. This is a scent that I think that for me, I'd like to enjoy for myself and just continue smelling myself all day. And my favorite part about this fragrance is that the saltiness that I smell right in the beginning, in the opening, that saltiness stays on my skin for the entire length, the duration of this fragrance. And I love salt notes. I love salt on my food, so I really like salt in fragrance as well. To me, salt kind of smells a little bit like sweat. So I'm not sure. If you guys have ever tasted your sweat, I'm sure you have in the summertime or whatever, or you're playing sports and you're like sweating down your face. And I know this sounds gross, but you know, you do taste like a saltiness in your sweat. Sorry if that's gross. I don't think it's that gross. It's just normal. But this smells like salty skin. Yeah, so if I could sum this fragrance in 2 words, it's like salty skin. It doesn't smell like perfumey at all. It honestly just smells like what sweat smells like. The best smelling sweat ever possible that you can imagine. So as I said, it is a skin scent, but it's probably the most sensual, beautiful skin scent that I have ever smelled. To me, it's a very magical perfume, very close to perfection. This one definitely gets 5 stars from me, or 10 out of 10. I'm not sure how. I think this was Jean-Claude Elena. I'm not really sure. I didn't even check the notes, you guys. Maybe I should do that just if you guys are curious. But you'll have to bear with me. Merveilles. L'Ambre des Merveilles. I'm going to read the notes to you, if you guys just hang on a second. Yeah, so this was released in 2012. The perfumer is Jean-Claude Elena, and there's only 4 notes listed. There's amber, labdanum, vanilla, and patchouli. So what he has done here is like undescribable. He is like, I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. Like, he has done an amazing job with this fragrance. It is like close, honestly close to, as close to perfection with a perfume, in my opinion, that you can get. It's not my favorite fragrance of all time, but you can just smell that this is done like by someone who really cares. Like, you know how you put your love into your food when you're cooking, and if you put your love into cooking, food tastes better. And I noticed that when I do my own cooking, there's some days where I just not in the mood. I just want to get something on the plate, get something in my tummy, and then the food kind of just smells like meh. It kind of tastes like meh. But when I actually put love into my food and I love what I'm doing, and you know, I pay very like close attention to what I'm doing, and it's making me happy, then the food tastes like 10 times better. It's kind of weird. But this is probably one of the very this is one of the very few perfumes that I don't mind that this doesn't really project a lot or have a big sillage, and that it's a skin scent. It's not a problem for me. I actually prefer it to be, and it just feels like, in all honesty, it feels like this perfume is like my little secret. Like, it doesn't smell like I'm smelling, it doesn't smell like I'm wearing a perfume. It just smells like that I smell good to myself. I'm not sure if anyone else can smell me. Probably if you're up close, you probably can. But to me, this one makes me feel, what's the word? Like a better version of Arlene. If I can say that. It makes me very happy, and that's the most important thing. So that would be my review on L'Ambre des Merveilles by the House of Hermes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was a very long video, but I didn't want to rush through this while explaining what I think about this fragrance. So if you guys have tried this fragrance, please Let me know in the comments what you think of it. I'd love to hear it, whether it's good or bad feedback. It's all good. I'd love to hear it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be back with more videos soon. See you guys. Bye-bye.